let's just see. Hello, hello. To anyone who's anyone who's watching, anyone who stops by, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Feel free to leave a comment in the chat. I'll make sure to read it. And if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to let me know. But yeah, just post it there if you like. Right now, I'm just trying to make sure everything's all set. Let me just check the audio for one moment. Hang on. Testing, testing, testing. Okay, I think the audio is okay for the most part. The audio should be okay for the most part, so there you go. Once again, to anyone who's stopping by, who happens to stop by this, thank you, appreciate it. I don't know if the stream will be too long, but if you want to leave a comment in the chat, feel free to do so. I'll make sure to read it out loud and such. And if you have any thoughts, feel free to let me know there. But yeah, this will be pretty short because I know there's a GTA stream going on right now that I want to check out because I think she is streaming right now, so I want to get to that in a bit. But I did want to talk about some of the anime that came out, the new episodes that came out today, at least briefly mention them, as well as some news as usual. So talking first kind of here on screen, as you can see, Princess Connect. I kind of mentioned it in my stream yesterday, how the Princess Connect, we had the first season, which was overall pretty solid. Once again, based on the, or at least in part, is connected to the gacha game. And like I said, the gacha game is kind of okay for the most part. It's not like not the best thing ever, not the worst thing ever. But sometimes the rate can be rough because I remember for like one of the New Year's girls, I was trying to. Why did I show the picture? Anyway, I was saying when I was trying to get like a specific girl, like one of the New Year's girls, like it was, oh my gosh, it was like almost impossible. I went through like 30,000 of my was it stars or gems? So yeah, sometimes it can be okay, sometimes it's like really really rough. So just go at it with a grain of salt because once again, it is a gacha game. So anyway, talking more about the anime, kind of going back here from the first season. The protagonist wakes up with no memories and no unfamiliar location. The protagonist then meets the girls and comes closer to uncovering a hidden mystery. So something I do think I find interesting with Princess Connect compared to other isekais. Let me know your thoughts on this particular anime in the comments if you like, or in the chat here. But I was gonna say is one thing I find interesting is that the main character, who in a normal typical isekai, not only talks but is also like the center of attention. Like he has his own harem. Like all the girls there like have their own reasons for why maybe they are interested in him. And so that's kind of the shtick that those isekai animes go for. But in this case, it's actually kind of different. Not only does like the character like not talk, but he like also like has various moments where like he just kind of messes up and stuff. And so it kind of allows for the girls to really get the spotlight throughout the entire anime. That happened a lot in season one, and I guess this is going to continue on towards season two, which is I think is really good. The fact that the girls got like more of the spotlight, I think that's really nice overall for the most part. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about that in the chat if you like. If you've seen this anime, let me know your thoughts on it. But yeah, right now it's about 2 episodes in. Episode 1 meaning, let's see, a walk on the Gomez side. Episode 2, a moody cat's hesitation. Like I said, I do want to catch up with those, so I definitely will at some point. Hopefully sometime this week. We'll just have to wait and see. But I did want to bring them up once again since their new episodes just came out today, their second episode and such. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that anime in the comments. Now going on with some of the other anime that I've been airing recently. I didn't mention it yet, but there's also here Tribe 9, which looks interesting. One moment, I'm going to drink some water. Yep. But yeah, ready here the description. Quote, Haru Shidogen is a weak-minded person who is consistently bullied, while Taiga has traveled from across the sea in hopes of becoming the strongest man in the world. One night, the two meet up with Shun Kamiya, the strongest extreme baseball player, and leader of the Minato tribe. When they meet, each of the tribes scattered throughout Neo Tokyo and about to face a major threat. On the orders of the king of Neo Tokyo, Kenshin, from the Shiyoda tribe, led by the mysterious Ohiro Otori, has started to take control of all the tribes in the country. These evil clutches are about to read the Minato tribe. So basically, I guess, at least from the looks of it, it's going to be some kind of confrontation. But yeah, let me know your thoughts if you've watched this episode, the first 2 episodes so far. Let me know what you think of it. I think I'm going to check it out. Like I said, I usually try to give each anime like a chance, like at least 1 episode, just to see what it's like, and such. But for the most part, I don't know like how others are like kind of receiving this. I definitely do want to at least give it a try. But yeah, there you go. Episode is 1. It takes guts. Episode 2, The Destroyers. That'll be that. So I might check that out. Probably will at least the first episode. Now going on to Fantasia Sango. Let me know if anyone like watching, if you've seen this first episode or any idea when your thoughts on it. Reading here from Fantasia Sango, Realm of Legends, quote, various warlords and their armies attempt to conquer and unify the nation. The struggles of these mighty martial heroes attracts the attention of the Morio King, the monstrous, oh sorry for the noise on my chair there, King, the monstrous sovereign of evil spirits, who wishes to prolong the conflict and destroy the human world. Oh my goodness. Dude sounds like a bad guy. To oppose the evil of the Morio King, an organization, sorry for the starting there, called Tenjin forms anti-Morio? Morio? I think that's called Morio? Armies that do battle all over China. But when the 6th anti-Morio Corps is suddenly wiped out, a ragtag band of adventurers is gathered to replace them and form the new 6th anti-Morio Corps. So, if you've seen this kind of anime, you kind of know what you're expecting. It even says right there, your ragtag team of adventurers. So they're going to each have their own personalities, own abilities, and such, and ways to stand out, which I think is fine. You kind of go into these anime like knowing what you're going to expect, and you can still enjoy it, you know. So yeah, I definitely do want to check this out at least at some point. I'm definitely going to watch the first episode. Let me know your thoughts if you watched it. Episode 1 is The Hunters. Episode 2 came out today. I don't think it has a title, at least not here on Anime Take. And again, if you guys need somewhere to watch anime, definitely recommend Anime Take. Not only the community there is very nice, but the video players are pretty solid for the most part. There's almost rarely any issues. Sorry, that was like a motorcycle outside. What was I saying? Oh yeah. But yeah, let me continue. Let me know your thoughts on those anime in the comments as well, or in the chat here, whatever. Now to Shibikui Bisco. So I mentioned this briefly in my stream yesterday. If only because he kind of reminds me of Natsu, the way he's like angry like that, which I don't mind. Like I said, Fairy Tail is one of my favorite anime, along with one of my priority, Madoka, River Starlight, which is easily one of, if not my favorite anime. River Starlight, definitely check it out again. I'm gonna shill it and spam it as much as I can because it's so fucking good. Let's see. So it has 2 episodes out. Episode 1 is The Man Worth 800,000. Episode 2, Soar on King Trumpets. And the description here says, a plague-like wind blows across the arid, sandy expanse of post-apocalyptic Japan. We've been seeing that a lot lately. We've been seeing a lot of post-apocalyptic Japan. I don't know if maybe it's in particular because of with COVID and such. Maybe they kind of think there's more interest there. I don't know. But I certainly don't mind. It could definitely be an interesting setting. Anyway, continuing on, as it sweeps over the living and non-living alike, rust is all that remains in its wake. The cause of a catastrophic state of the world is believed to be mushroom spores. Bisco akaboshi, known as the man-eating mushroom. Wow, that's kind of sus. Is a wanted criminal archer whose arrows instantly grow mushrooms wherever they land. Okay, this reminds me of what was the anime Dorohedoro, which aired I think 1 or 2 years ago. It was pretty good. Let me get some water here. I think it's called Dorohedoro. The art style is really nice. Overall, it's a pretty solid anime. Definitely recommend it if you never checked out. Let me just check Chi's channel for a bit. Yeah, she's still just kind of chatting with chat. So I'm moving back here to finish this. Yeah. Is in trouble when a mushroom protector, a person who spreads fungi in order to enrich the land and return to its previous state. Along the crab Akutagawa, sorry for the pronunciation, and young doctor Milo Tekoyanagi Bisco ventures through the wastelands of Japan in search for the legendary, Sabikui, a Panasian mushroom set to devour all forms of rust. Okay, so this could be kind of interesting. I really like these designs. These 2 look pretty solid, but I really like her. I don't know if you can see it maybe on screen because my screen is kind of slow right now. It's hard to tell, but the pink girl, I really like the pink girl's design. I think she looks really, really cute. I think she looks great. And I just noticed there's a crab here. What the heck? I was looking at this thing yesterday too. This is the first time I just noticed there's a crab there. What the hell? What the fuck? I didn't even notice that. Alright, anyway. Yeah, and then there's also this girl, which could be pretty interesting, the one in the black hair. So that could be fun. But I do want to check those out too. That's pretty much the anime that came out today. Let me know if you check them out or whatever in the comments. Feel free to let me know your thoughts on that. Now to move over a bit over to the news, because there's a little bit of news today. Of course, we have recently with Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And one of the things that's reoccurring, which is always amusing, is because of course, I mean, if you know anything about Martin Luther King Jr., he was obviously like a leftist and such. But it's always entertaining when you find mostly on the older side, you'll find like right wingers, like on especially like Fox News and such or whatever. They'll try to insist that Martin Luther King Jr. was like not what who he is. Like he wasn't a leftist. Like he wasn't like a like very progressive like for his time and such. Which is what you get, which is like they try to whitewash these historical figures and such. I just do think it's pretty funny because then you also had I'm trying to remember like who. I'll see if I can find it later. But there was like a tweet that was like really funny, like they want to portray um, Martin Luther King Jr. like as if he would have been a right winger, which is obviously he would not be. Not that new, especially not now for obvious reasons. But I digress. So yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on that because there's a couple of things here that I want to at least briefly talk about. God Save the Queen. Oh yeah, I think I heard about this recently. How like I think the Queen got like sick or something recently. I mean, I guess I hope she gets better soon. But I just think that's pretty interesting because it was like Betty White is who like recently passed away. Rest in peace to her. She was a great actress, one of the best. But yeah, so I thought that was kind of entertaining and worth mentioning at least. Short here from BuzzFeed. Apparently, Andrew Garfield also lied to Emma Stone about his appearance in the new Garfield. Why did I say Garfield? What the fuck? Why did I say Garfield? Oh my gosh. Maybe I'm tired or something, but like I don't know why I said Garfield. Maybe it's because his name is Andrew Garfield. So when I read it about his appearance in the new Garfield movie, which is, I mean, I wouldn't mind. I like the two Garfield movies. I know most people didn't like them. I liked it. I thought it was okay. But yeah, appearance in the new Spider-Man movie. I watched No Way Home, and I'll be honest. I think I should mention this in two parts. One is that like the first 30 minutes of the movie is just like, oh my gosh, it just drags so long. It's like it's one of the worst first 30 minutes of any Marvel movie, in my opinion at least. But if you do make it past that, like the rest of the movie, with Doctor Ock and like everyone else like coming together, then it's fun. Then you can really enjoy it. Like the rest of the movie is overall solid, like even for a Marvel movie. But those first 30 minutes, like oh my gosh, that was excruciating pain. But yeah, if you can make it through those first 30 minutes and just watch the rest of the movie, you'll be fine. I think you'll enjoy it. Because it's a Marvel movie. Like I said, you kind of know what you're getting into when you're watching those movies at this point. Yeah. What else? Sports. I mean, that's sports. I don't watch sports. I already mentioned that before. Oh yeah, with Twitch and stuff. No, I've been noticing some people playing GTA recently. And, oh yeah, I just said like she's gonna be playing GTA 5. I do want to tune in for a stream in a bit. So I'm not gonna keep the stream too long because let me check. Yeah, she's still chatting. She's not playing the game yet. I don't know if she's gonna play because I haven't heard anything. But I digress. Moving on. Let's see, Justice League. I mean, that's with like Josh Whedon and stuff. Apparently, had some stuff coming out which kind of sus. But I mean, I don't want to get too much into that right now. I just want to keep this. I don't want to keep the stream too long. Activision Blizzard. Oh yeah. I mean, this is what you expect with like how Blizzard treat its workers and such, and you know. What else? What else we got here? Oh yeah, I remember this. I saw this earlier. And culture. So for those of you who like don't know or maybe don't keep up too much with politics, which again, good for you. I mean, at the end of the day, politics is important, but like it's definitely like not one of the easiest things to keep up with. But basically, Ann Coulter was like one of the more notable conservative like pundits. More so back in the day. She still has some presence now, but definitely not as much as before. Because lately, at least, she's been like more like not so much anti-Trump, that she's become like more of like one of those liberal conservatives that you'll like to see on that MSNBC will try to promote, like Bill Kristol or something like that, because they'll still be at the end of the day they'll still conservatives, but like they're just anti-Trump, like not even that. Like Ann Coulter isn't really like that. She's just been more so. She wanted to, if anything, she'd want Trump to go more far right, which is of course just psychotic. But you see that more so lately because she's really been like more in favor towards someone like DeSantis over Trump. And let me just get some water here. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, it is, I think, kind of interesting because you can kind of see the dynamic. Sorry for the stutter. The dynamic in among those on the right. Because you definitely see a mix between like some who still want to be with Trump and others who just want to kind of move on after everything that happened in 2020. They kind of want to move on and maybe like find something like DeSantis who who has a bit of a presence on the national level, like on the right, like because he's always on Fox News and such, but not really on the national level in general. So basically, he doesn't have to worry too much about that kind of like damaged his poll numbers yet, as I kind of see with Trump, because ever since then his poll numbers have been like pretty low for the most part. Trump, ever since he left office. But yeah, so basically, so kind of not too much to get into because I did talk about this briefly recently as well. Um, I mean, it's Ann Coulter. She's not going to have that much of an influence, to be honest. But it is interesting to see what like their priorities are. I think it is interesting though, because like I mentioned, Trump probably is going to want to run again in 2024. And if anything, I mean, let him and DeSantis tear each other apart, because they're both, honestly, they're just both trash. But I digress. Moving on here. This was Ninja, so I mean, I don't want to talk too much about Twitch stuff, to be honest. But I did find it like interesting because apparently, from what I heard, I think it's like he sent like some kind of text or something. I don't know. I really do not want to get into it. Because it's Twitch. I really like, at least not right now. I don't want to get too much into Twitch stuff. Like I said, the only people I really watch on Twitch is Twitch. Why did I say Twitch? On Twitch is usually Hassan, who's again really good. Definitely recommend. Vosh, I think he kind of streams there sometimes, but he mainly streams on YouTube still. Neko Chio is great. She's always wonderful. Definitely check it out. She's a wonderful VTuber. And then there's a bunch of like others there, but I'll mention them more another day. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Let's see. Let me just check if she started playing yet. All right, now she's still talking. All right. So let's see. Let me just kind of continue on. Going through the news. Ivermectin has not been approved as a treatment for COVID-19 in Japan. I mean, this is the same thing you see like with like, especially among. Oh wow, that's Genshin Impact. Oh my gosh, I just realized that. I was like looking at this picture for the first time, and this is Genshin Impact, like on way in Japan. That's kind of neat. I mean, again, like I mean, good for them for those who play and like Genshin Impact. I mean, it's just not for me. Like I'll tune in and I'll play it a bit, and I'll try my best, especially like if other people are playing it, like just to kind of like join or support them or like help them, whatever, like cheer them on, that sort of thing. But in terms of me myself playing, like not really. I'll just like mainly do dailies and such. I can see why people like it. My favorite character is definitely Ganyu, but I digress. I don't really play Genshin Impact for the most part, but I definitely get what others do. It's the animations are great, the voice acting is pretty solid, and it's definitely like very well in depth for a mobile game. Yeah, continuing on. Already talked about that and culture, trash. This, let's see. Artist sees fallen left behind a $215 million crypto scandal. Now, that's Bitcoin. That's cryptocurrencies. I mean, at this point, when it comes to cryptocurrencies, we're rather for them or against them in terms of like what you're already doing. Like, are you doing crypto or you're not? Like, I don't. I mean, I'm sure some people do it, which again, like my best wishes to them, I guess. But there's definitely been plenty of like been scam like that kind of stuff, especially now with like with NFTs and such, which I mentioned that previously. Prince Harry says it's not safe to bring his family to the UK. Oh, I remember like this is a little bit of a tangent, but I remember watching I Want to Marry Harry. I think it was like some kind of like a game show or reality show where like a bunch of girls were like they were convinced this guy who wasn't Harry was actually Harry, and the guy seems pretty solid for the most part. But the fact that they kind of tricked the girls, I mean, that was definitely pretty sus. But the show itself, I actually watched it. There were plenty of times where I laughed, to be honest. So I mean, I'll be straightforward there at least. I definitely recommend watching the first episode if you never saw it, just to see if you like it or not. Let me get some more water here. What not to do if you're addicted with your phone? I mean, it's always a part of a good balance. It's fine to use your phone, just don't be too upset somewhere, What else? More than 1,000 flights have been canceled due to winter snow. Winter storm. After a wave of pandemic pollution, zero waste refill stores are thriving. The UK is trialing a 4-day working week. That could be pretty neat. That would be pretty cool. I mean, maybe they'll do something like that in the US. We'll see. And, let me see what else. Oh yeah, definitely be curious. So like for anyone watching, like where you guys at? Because I live in Chicago. Lived there all my life. I love Chicago for the most part. So what else? We're looking at animals. Saudi-led coalition airstrikes. Not to pay heavy price in treating COVID patients. Oh yeah, solidarity with all the doctors out there trying to help people. But that's what, like I said before, if you're always like just be safe. Try to wear a mask if you can, like with a vaccine and etc. I think it was who was it? Because I saw on Twitter. I think it was Bao. Let me check right here. One moment. It was Bao, right? Yeah, Bao, the whale tuber, who I believe she streams on Twitch if I recall correctly. She does upload on YouTube as well. Or sorry, she does upload on YouTube as well, but I believe she streams on Twitch if I recall correctly. Like I said, I don't really watch much people on Twitch, so I'm not no one for sure. But she tweeted on COVID positive moments. So, I mean, I guess assuming she has COVID, which is unfortunate. I wish her the best. I hope she achieves a full recovery. Same with everyone who has COVID, of course. Wish them all the best. Actually, I recently found out another one of my friends had COVID recently. Thankfully, I've been staying inside for the most part. I've been trying to stay indoors throughout the pandemic. Just took a recent test recently. I'm still negative, so I'm really happy that I'm really thankful that I haven't gotten sick or anything. And like with the rest of my family, thankfully we've been pretty safe and healthy for the most part, which thank God and such. So anyone out there is like watching, be careful, stay safe with when it comes to COVID, because it's scary stuff. What else? Let's see, MLK Jr. Yeah, we talked about that. Credit Suisse chairman resigns over COVID-19 violations. That's hilarious. Let's see. I already mentioned a little bit about Ninja and Pokemon, I think it was. I won't talk too much about that. Oh yeah, Jim Carrey. I saw this earlier. I think this was a birthday. I'm not sure if I can play it, but at least post a little bit of the video. Yeah, Jim Carrey's great. He's a good. He's always been pretty good actor, especially early on. And I think now he's like mainly being into art, but he's overall a great actor. Happy birthday to him, of course, obviously. Good times. What else we got here? The sports. I'm not gonna touch sports. If it's sports, Oh yeah, like I mentioned earlier, Betty White, with her birthday. Oh my gosh, why am I starting so loud? Birthday. I don't know why. I said that, but yeah, rest in peace. It's unfortunate that she died. I believe on New Year's Eve was when she died. I believe she passed away on New Year's Eve, which was unfortunate. But yeah, rest in peace in her. That's sports stuff. So let's continue on. I think we almost covered everything that I wanted to cover. I don't know what time yet. Think we're doing okay? Yeah, we're doing okay for the most part. Let's see. Again, to anyone who stopped by or anyone who's still watching, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm super thankful. Let's see. So this is mainly about COVID, like I said, with ivermectin. Again, like I always find it funny, especially like on the Facebook side. I recently went through that just awful cursed Facebook group. But like they'll just like instead of just like just wearing a mask and taking the vaccine, they'll like what was it like ivermectin? Trump at one point mentioned bleach, and recently, like I mentioned with those urine therapy groups on Facebook, was just a bunch of cursed stuff. Let's see. COVID-19 didn't stop the super rich from getting richer. Yeah, thank you, capitalism. Very cool. The rich get richer. I mean, that's not exactly shocking. That's just a normal day. I mean, it's not good, obviously, but like, yeah, what do you expect? That's what happens under capitalism. Experts say masks are safe and effective in helping prevent the. This could have been like at the start. Why is this here? Like, I don't get something I don't get is like why these kind of articles like experts say masks are safe and effective in helping prevent the spread of COVID-19. Like, why is this here? We already know that. It's been like what 2 or 3 years now. 2 years now. Like, what are you doing? Come up with a better article. Something that isn't like that could have been said like a bunch of years ago now. Let's see. Talked about this stuff. Oh yeah, with Omicron and such. Yeah, kind of the same thing. Just be careful, especially like now with Omicron. Like, I remember like some it was like some op-eds I think, were like trying to say, oh, it's not too bad. Oh, it's like it's mild and such. Like no, be careful out there. This is sports. I'm not touching that because it's sports. Sorry, if you guys want to, for anyone who's watching, anyone who happens to be watching me, if you want to watch sports, please go watch someone who covers sports better than me. Literally anyone will cover sports better than me. What else? Emma Stone. That's kind of what I mentioned with Garfield. Spider-Man 2. I might open this in a bit. This was what I mentioned earlier about Joss Whedon. Gal Gadot, The Mask. I'm guessing that's because of Jim Carrey. Ooh, Age of Ultron. Why is Age of Ultron trending? No. Go back. Oh, okay, I was right. I thought I clicked the wrong one. I wanted to click Age of Ultron. I actually liked it. And Ultron was pretty good in the What If animated Marvel series that came out recently. I wanna watch it in full. But Age of Ultron, that's actually a pretty solid movie. Overall, I enjoyed it for the most part. I thought it was pretty solid. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's from like the cartoons. I don't know if you can see it on screen. Unfortunately my might be like the streaming is a bit slow. I don't know. But yeah, I remember watching it in theater, so it was a pretty solid movie. I mean, for an Avengers movie. Like I said, you kind of know what you're getting with those. And sorry for talking like super fast to anyone who's watching. But I appreciate you stopping by. To anyone who happens to be listening to this, I appreciate it. Really do. Into the Spider-Verse by Alex Antifa, Solidarity. What the? What? What just happened? That's unfortunate. I mean, I hope it's okay, I guess. But yeah, we have Into the Spider-Verse, which is a pretty solid movie. Oh yeah, I watched. Oh gosh, I'm worried about copyright. Oh no. Oh my gosh, you know how Marvel is. No. I mean, you cannot be too careful when it comes to this stuff, man. It's just awful stuff. Copyright on YouTube is just so bad. Oh, it's so bad. Yeah, I watched Into the Spider-Verse. It's pretty solid. And again, like the new Spider-Man movie, No Way Home. Again, if you can make it past through the first 30 minutes, the rest is pretty solid. I think that's about it. Let me see. We are almost at the 30-minute mark, so I think that's a good spot to end it for now. Let me just drink some more water. Why is this so slow? Why is my computer so slow? Again, thank you to anyone who happened to stop by. I appreciate it. It's really nice to be making these kind of things again. To be honest, I still feel a bit like hesitant to like actually start up the stream and like do it. But once I get into it, I kind of like get a feel for it, and I'm feeling like much better. What we have for news? Ghislaine Maxwell insight to keep 8. Oh gosh, that's with Epstein and such, isn't it? Oh, that's some sketchy stuff, ain't it? Yeah, let's see what here. Airlines ask Biden administration for immediate intervention on 5G. China won't sell tickets for Winter Olympics. Anything else of interesting? Oh, Jordan Kashmir, 16 and pregnant cast member, dies at 26. Rest in peace. China's birth rate drops for a 5th straight year to record low. Oof. Not sure there's not much else to talk about. Again, with like Omicron, again, just be very careful. If you're out there, if you're listening, be very safe. Take care. Like, just be careful. Like, don't get sick just because you're like too hesitant to wear a mask or get the vaccine or whatever. I think that's about it. Let me just close that bit. Oh no, I'm in Google. Sorry, I didn't really want to show my notifications here, but yeah, whatever. That's me trying. Oh well. Oh yeah, then we have some anime for upcoming. We have The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising the Nation of Debt. Oh my gosh, I mentioned this before. Why are these titles so focused on debt? Why are they so focused on like saving the nation? like there's gonna be some kind of politicians. Like if you're gonna do that, then go all the way. Like give us a political anime. Give us a political anime. Like with them like being politicians in suits and whatever, the whole 9 yards. Like go for it. I'm pretty sure we've had a few. We have had, I think, a couple. I think I kind of like touch upon it. But if you're gonna go with like a title like, "Oh, this genius guide to raising the nation out of debt," then like go all the way. Like do a whole political anime. Give us isekai politicians and such. And give us an isekai Congress, an isekai president. I think that could be fun. It would definitely be an interesting idea, I think, if it hasn't really been fully approached yet. But yeah, like if you're gonna do something like this, just go 100% and just have fun with it. Make it about politics and such. It's an anime. Like what are you gonna do? What like you're gonna take a nation out of debt? Like come on, just have fun with it. But like don't like go halfway. Just go all the way and like make it about politicians and stuff. I think that could be actually pretty fun, and I would definitely watch that. I mean, even now, like with Attack on Titan, which was all it always had a bit of a political edge. Definitely more so now with the most recent season. It's much more obvious. But the kind of like World War II backdrop, you could say. But yeah, I definitely like it when they're like very evident like political themes in anime. And you can find them like in pretty much a lot of them. I just think it's funny like the whole because every anime has its own like shtick, I guess you could say. And like this with this one, they choose like to go with like raising the nation out of debt. Like just make a political anime. There's plenty of isekai. Give us something more original. You know. But that's just my opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comments or in the chat. These two are next. Life with an Ordinary Guy Who Reincarnated into a Total Fantasy Knockout. Again, with these titles, why are they so long? Maybe I'll talk about it tomorrow more. And this one, she professed herself pupil of the wise man. I believe I heard of that. I'm not sure. But I'm probably going to watch the first episode of that. I think that's about it for now. I do want to end it soon because, again, oh wow, I guess like, I don't know, maybe she's not going to play the game. We'll see. But I'm going to tune into the stream in a bit right now, so I'm probably going to end this. Just give me 1 second. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it should be fine now. There you go. I think that's about it. Yeah, I think that's about it for now for what I want to cover the stream. We've passed the 30-minute mark. I do want to make these streams longer. Ideally, I would like to stream more than like 2 hours, maybe like 3 or 4 hours. But right now, I'm kind of just like getting back into it still. But yeah, I am glad that I am still back to making streams. I think there were a lot of fun streams today. Let me just kind of like review, cause yeah, like what was it? Give me 1 moment. Cause she right now has her she has her supposedly GTA stream right now. At least from what I'm checking right now, she's just talking with chat, which is fine. What other streams were today? I'm just trying to review here. Let me just change the music. Yeah, there we go. We had Nami who had her Hades stream, which was a lot of fun. You know, pretty comfy and such. Nene had her Advice Corner stream earlier, which is pretty nice. And Nina, oh my gosh, she had her VR chat, which is amazing. Because I mean, I love all the girls at Project 4i. They're all like great. They're all great streamers. I wish them all the best, all the success. Sorry, in the world and such. I hope they grow up and stream as much as they want. But one thing I noticed was that like they almost rarely, if ever, just do not do VR. Like they would do like they'll do a lot of different stuff, which is fine. Like especially like ASMR. A lot of them have been doing ASMR lately, which is great. You know, good for them. But I kind of wish like at least more of them would be doing VR. Whether, cause especially like with Hololive has been doing it more so recently, and Niji Sanji also did it, which was like looked a lot of fun. I watched some clips on YouTube and it was pretty solid for the most part. So I was kind of hoping that they would do obviously they're much smaller, but even still, like maybe at least one of them we could see with VR. So the fact that we finally got it like with Nina today, it was awesome. Like her stream today was like so much fun. Like it started it started out kind of sketchy because like they ended up encountering randoms, and like that was a little rough. Because you know it's like it was basically like Zoomers like saying like whatever popped into their heads. It was not fun to watch. But Nina handled it well, and then she eventually she invited like some of her viewers and such. And it was so much fun to watch. It was hilarious. Seeing them all of them with the different models that they could choose from. And it was so much fun. I hope she does another stream like that. I really enjoyed it personally. But yeah, I'm really glad she's doing VR. I hope the other girls do VR too because it's a lot of fun. At least it looks a lot of fun in my opinion. Here, let me get some water. Alright, so I think that's about it that I want to cover for now. What else? I think that's about it. But yeah, thank you to anyone who happened to stop by. I appreciate it. Once again, I'm really happy that I'm able to stream again. Special thanks to all the streamers at Production Kawaii who like kind of at least just watching them really helped inspire me to kind of get back into streaming again. And for that, I'm like forever thankful. Seriously. And then special thank you to I mean again I don't want to mention her name, but thank you once again for especially like kind of inspiring me to get back into uh, streaming and making videos again. Looking forward to the next what is it? What's it called? Rose in the Twilight, I think. I don't know. I don't think I played that one, but it looks fun. I'll definitely tune in for that. But yeah, special thank you to her once again. Of course, I wish her the absolute best. She does such. Oh my gosh, she does so much amazing work, and even like the one last night, her most recent stream. Oh my gosh, for a battle royale, that was so much fun. I did not expect that. That was so much fun. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I loved it so much. I had a lot of fun like playing. I hope she does another one of those streams again in the future. But for now, I think I'm going to end it. Thank you to anyone who happened to stop by. I appreciate it. Feel free to leave a like or a comment. I make sure to read all the comments. Someone actually let me check, let me see if I can open it. Give me 1 second. I'm going to turn off the audio for a little bit. But it was DG Coolstar who I believe left a comment in my last stream. So I'm super thankful for that. If you happen to come across this, thank you, DG Coolstar, for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy these streams and hope you tune in moving forward. I definitely want to keep making these. Yeah, so thank you. I really appreciate it. And to anyone else who happened to stop by, thank you so much. I'm thankful for your time. Whether it's a sub or a like or a comment, all of that helps a lot. So thank you for anything and everything. Really appreciate it. All right, thanks. I'll leave that at that. I'm going to try to tune in for Shia's stream. And with that, I think that's it. Let me send it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Best wishes.